We will be right with you. Well, so, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where in the world you're watching this from. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Coke Podcast. And I'm your host, AJ, joined along by my co-host, Miss Meg Winter.
Hi.
And we are back with Digimon Ghost Game episode 48. For some reason, YouTube has not updated the... Oh, it's changed?
It did it.
Oh, okay. YouTube finally caught up. We were having some tech troubles when we started. And we might have been watching the end of a movie. But... but...
There were 5 minutes left. Okay?
There were 5 minutes left on the end of the movie. We thought we'd be okay. And then I noticed YouTube didn't update the thumbnail, and it's been a thing. This episode is strong, huh?
I just noticed you took yourself out of Pepsi and not me.
I gave you one.
No, you didn't give me one.
No, I did. That one's yours. I just moved it aside because I was doing I was resetting the microphone. That one's yours. Coke Podcast, sponsored by Beppis Max. I have to legally say Beppis. Because otherwise YouTube gets all...
Zam.
Beppis Zam, that's it. Yeah. You can't even joke about partnerships anymore or anything because YouTube goes, you didn't say this. There's no, notice on the screen to say paid, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it was a bit. We were just doing a bit. It's fine.
Thought it was at Monday, but it's Sunday.
It's Sunday. At Monday is Wednesday.
Sunday is Ghost Game.
Sunday is Ghost Game. At Mon is Wednesday.
It is Sunday, right? I didn't go to work on the wrong day, right?
If today is Wednesday, I'm in trouble. If today is Wednesday, I'm in serious freaking trouble. So I bloody well hope it's only Sunday. But no, App Monday was Wednesday. We watched episode 1 and 2. That was pretty fun. This coming Wednesday, we're gonna watch episode 3 and 4. So I thought you were there for Appmon on Wednesday. No, am I remembering wrong? Well, anyway, you're all very welcome to our watch along and review of Ghost Game episode 48. Thank you all so much for joining in. I hope you're having an awesome Sunday. And
here comes the bride, huh?
Yeah, here comes the bride, all dressed in white. So
with jellyfish on her side.
With jellyfish on her side. Yes. So, oh, that sounded nice.
Didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think we've any news. Did anything come out during the week? Obviously, we're not due spoilers for another 2 weeks or so. I had a nice Sunday watching what I had left of Shadow House. Oh, nice. I finished Resident Evil 6 today, and then before the podcast, myself and Meg were watching Resident Evil Vendetta. So
wasn't that bad?
No, it wasn't. It was just schlocky.
Yeah.
and that's fine because it's very in tone with Resident Evil 6 as a whole.
Yeah.
You know. But I don't think we've any Digimon stuff to talk about since
we talked about the Ghost Game stuff on
Wednesday. The interview. Yeah, we talked about that on Wednesday.
Cards? Did we talk about cards?
I've been
show off the Survive cards.
I did. They were. I put them up in the Discord. The Digimon Survive team or crew, I should say, cast even is probably a better word, are getting their own pack. So if you go to what are called tamer meetups in Japan, you get a pack of 8 cards. And it has all of the Survive team with their partners, and the Agumon, Labramon, and Falcomon ones are parallel rare to the ones that came out with the video game a while ago, depending on your region. But I'm gonna have to buy one of those packs off eBay.
Yeah.
Similar to what I had to do with the Ghost Game pack. Because they based it on how they decided to distribute the Ghost Game pack overseas.
Yeah.
That was a fucking nightmare. Like in Japan, you went to these tamer meetups, you got a pack of 2, and they were generally Tamer and Digimon. So you might have got Ruli and Angoramon, or you might have got Hero and Gamamon, or you might have got Kyoshiro and Jellymon. Overseas, they decided if you go to a tournament, you'll get a pack, but it'll be a pack of 1.
That's not a pack.
No. It's just yeah. You'll get a pack and you'll get a card, and because it's in the wrapper, you don't know which one you're getting. And it just became a nightmare to collect, to the point where I just went, I'm sure the eBay will have the set.
Yeah.
Guess what happened? eBay did not have the set.
Not all of them, no.
Oh, they might have now, but when I looked initially, all they had was Ruli by herself, not even with Angoramon.
Was she the more common one then?
Oh, probably. So, and even then, she's called Ruri on the card, so they had to issue an errata to say no, her name is Ruli, not Ruri, even though Ruri would make more. Well, English is hard. So that was a thing, but yeah, no, they're really nice cards as well. I'll pull the image up because they're based, obviously, yeah, they're based on they're based on like the Survive like promo art, so they've got the spider lilies behind them and all of that stuff. So they're just really nice to have. They'd look well like just like in a folder, or you know,
Frame,
a frame, you
perhaps.
know, like Yami posted in the Discord, like showing that her basically her tamer's shrine on the back of her door. You know, they look well in any sort of display where you've got all 8 of them together. Um cards for the new crossover pack have come out, so I've been sort of showing them off. 99 Taichi finally has a card. Or like it's taken 12 boosters to get Taichi from the original show his own card, so I imagine Mimi, Sora, Yamato, everyone will follow suit. Rurururi. um so that's the set, and you go to one of these tamer meets and you just get all 8 of them. There's no additional shenanigans you need, or any extra hoops you need to jump through. The better Taichi, indubitably. You know, V-Tamer Taichi is already in the game, which is the best one, but you know, as far as animated Taichi go, yeah, 99 is the better.
If I get that Shuji Lockman card, can I just scribble Shuji out?
I don't think it's tournament legal if you start defacing the cards.
They'll understand.
But what I am curious of, and for us, we'll only get one when it'll come out. Yeah, just like the Ghost Game pack. I was just saying, Juggernaut, because that's what happened with the Ghost Game pack. So, I still have to get in they haven't even done an English version of the, you remember at Digimon Con they had the illustration competition? And all that artwork was getting put on cards. They still haven't done any English release for those.
Oh.
So I still need to eBay it, like a Japanese pack of that as well, because otherwise, I mean, look what's happening with the VPET cards. Like in Japan, they're just getting released as like this booklet thing, like a folder.
Yeah.
And you open it up and the cards are inside the folder, and you've got like them. You've got Greymon coming out of like the brick VPET and Devimon, you know, and different illustrations. Over here, it's another thing. I think you go to a pre-release and you get one, or if you buy a box of no, I think it's more of if you buy a box of Booster 10, you get a pack that has one and one of something else in it. So they're just really awful with these promos.
Yeah.
Like the English game is just awful with distributing these promos that it's it's almost not worth collecting the English versions.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? It's just that the only point to it would be that the Japanese cards aren't legal in English format. Because certain Digimon are named differently, and language is a thing. You could go and say, oh, this card does whatever I say it does.
Yeah.
There is things for cheating there, and
unless the tournament had an interpreter or something.
Yeah. It's one of those things, and that's just too hard to manage. So I understand why the cards should be in the language for the competition you're taking part in. Don't go knocking my Tamers collection. I didn't. I said it, these would look great in a similar manner.
I had a friend when we used to play Vampire the Masquerade, and he had dice, the 10-sided dice. They were in Chinese. So the guy running it had to go, because he could have just said, yeah, that's a 10, everything's been successful. None of us would have known. So the guy went and looked them all up, so he made sure he could understand what was on the dice.
That's good. That is planning ahead.
Don't be a cheat man, exactly.
Exactly, don't be a cheat man. So yeah, like, I'm just worried because they've also just announced this new card folder thing as well. I meant to grab a picture of it and put it in the Discord, but they're doing another promo run, where you get a card binder and it's got all the royal knights on the cover, and I think like that if I think the both sides of the cover make one bigger picture. I might be misremembering that. But the promos that come with it, there's 8 cards, and they're the child levels for the Royal Knights. 8 out of 12 or 13 or whatever. And I just look at this folder and I go, the same thing is going to happen as with the VPET collection, that they're just going to go, oh, go to this tournament and you'll get a pack with one of these 8 in it. Like, look what they did to the Frontier box.
Yeah.
Oh, they gutted the Frontier box. And I'm still salty about that. Like, Frontier isn't my favorite of the shows. But that mat was fucking awesome. Pardon my language. You know, the playmat was awesome. The sleeves were cool. The promos were great. And and then the English version went, well, we'll take all the Frontier logos and iconography off of it. So the box you get is just the box that still has Susanumon on it. Go figure. But then inside you get sleeves with VPETs on them. So, like, as I remember when they initially promoted it, people thought, oh, we're actually getting VPETs, you know, like actual Digivices with it. No, those are sleeves. Wait, what? And then you've just got all these reprints, and then you've got the Frontiers, you know, put into it. You've got the cards at least put into the box, but they just gutted the goddamn Frontier box to cross promote the 2nd anniversary of the English version of the game. And I've just no faith when it comes to promo cards and the English release.
Yeah.
And the release of the because we have the Survive cards on screen, like how nonsensical the Survive release of the cards was.
Yeah.
Where
is going to be the only option.
Yeah, where like whatever about the Anime Expo promos, fine, right? But in Japan, the promos just came with the damn game. Yeah, hey Metal Greymon. Sorry, I'm on a bit of a tangent here. I will get to the chat in a sec. In Europe, the promos did not come with the game, but you got a point card to redeem against Bandai's website that you could buy them.
Yeah.
Quote unquote buy, which I'm like, between shipping times and stuff, wouldn't it have been easier to just put them in the box?
Yeah.
And then in America, guys, did you guys even get the cards?
I don't remember hearing about them.
Like, in the US, did the Survive cards even come with the game? Or did they just go, well, you didn't go to Anime Expo, tough luck? No, okay. So North America just did not get the cards at all. So I have no faith
only at the con.
Yeah, only at the con. Only at Anime Expo. So I have no faith that these are going to be distributed any better.
No.
Like, Bandai, I want to give you money. I want to. I don't want to give a third-party scalper money. I would like to give it to you directly.
Yeah, but they don't want your money for some
Bandai
reason.
don't want our money. It's so... Oh, my head just... Yeah. Let me see if I can actually find that folder thing I was talking about as well. Not the VPET one, because I think I've put that in the... I think I've put that in the Discord before, and we've talked about the Frontier box. Oh yeah, so this is it.
Okay.
So this nice looking card binder with all the knights on the front, and then you get all these child levels with some, and like some of them are reprints. They're just alternate arts, but they're just very fun looking.
Yeah.
So I'll pop that up on screen now. Right. So the binder is gorgeous. I really do like this art of the Royal Knights here, right? But then you've got the Agumon and Gabumon reprints, right, with Omegamon behind them, Transcendent Sword, Garuru Cannon, or Grey Sword and Garuru Cannon. You've got Vmon doing a frickin' Zelda pose with the Digimental of Miracles. Right, then you've got this really happy, really tall, really long Gilmon. And then you've got Kudamon, which is nice. The Dorumon art is really freaking cute. And then the Dracmon art having Cordramon behind him. And then Hackmon art. And it's like, these are really nice. I'm really surprised that we didn't get a child level for each knight,
Mm.
but this is still really cute.
Yeah, they're really nice cards.
And I've just, again, similar to what they did with the VPEC collection, I've no faith that these will be distributed in any easily accessible way.
Mm. No faith.
No.
They've not given you any reason to have it, so.
No. Like, I love the Guilmon here. You've got, like, Keramon in the background as well. Like, they're fighting Keramon off. The Vmon one is my favorite, though.
The Zelda pose,
Just for the Zelda pose with the Digimental. It's gorgeous. Like, the Kudamon one with Slapemon in the background is really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Dorumon one where he's just minding the baby. I don't like all of their like evolve forms are referenced somewhere, I think. Except the Guilmon one doesn't seem to have Dukemon in it, but like Magnamon is there. Slapemon is there. On the Agumon and Gabumon ones, you can see Omegamon in the background. Dorumon doesn't seem to have Alphamon in his, but Dracmon has Cordramon, which is nice, and then Hookmon has oh wait, no, Jessmon's not on his art. It's just a really nice art piece of art. So yeah, overall, just, I mean, this is nice, and I'll probably pick it up because the binder is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably going to be like foil gold, and it'll shine and whatever. So I'll have to pick that up. Yeah, the just distribution of promos in the English game is mind-boggling at times. Mind-boggling. I want art like that for the Olympus. Oh, same, Reiko, same. But I think that's it. Like, there's no real like artwork for the booster. Booster 12 has come out for the Tamers. Remember, we were talking about where they're going to have artwork like in the anime. So art for those have started coming out. But there's been no like merch news. I think we got to look at the box art for the Frontier Digivices.
Was that the shiny blue one? The red one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't save them. Well, that's fine. I can grab them later, like if it really matters. But so we got to look at the box art for the new Frontier Digivices, which is neat. Hey Jackie, welcome. I would like to see the full art on all the cards. Oh, same, Juggernaut. Like full arts would be nice.
Let me just scroll back a bit there, I think.
Yeah, all tainted and Western. Sometimes it looks like Japanese companies don't want to make money. Particularly their Western branch. How hard is it to put it in the box? I know. Hello. Yeah, this week's episode could be defined by the word ouch. Oh. Yeah, we didn't get the playmat. I know. The Frontier playmat is probably my favorite design of any playmat so far, and that includes the one with all the leader, the one I have over there from the box I got before, with like all the leader mega levels on it. Well, except Arrestor Dramon because, well, he wasn't in the game yet. But like the Frontier was just having like the top half of the map be all like the human evolutions, and then the bottom half of the map be all the beast evolutions. It was just gorgeous. And Bandai Europe, but like the localization team went, well, nobody really likes Frontier, so no. But we're gonna keep Susanumon on the box and put the promos in the box anyway.
Yeah, I think we missed Pedja coming in there.
No, I thought I said hi to Pedja, but if I didn't,
I think you said it to Metal Greymon.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did see Metal Greymon say hello. But Pedjo, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Good episode of 4. Wow, Pedjo with the strong score this week. All right, now I'm really looking forward to it. So just to prevent me going off on further tangents about the card game, will we just get into the episode?
Yeah, for two people who said at the start, we have no news. We've been here for half an hour now.
Well, I've been on a tangent and nobody has told me to stop. So
tangents are good. They make good content.
Cool. Well, look, we'll jump in then. Wait, episode 47. I thought it was 48.
48. Because we skipped back
Oh.
last week to look at stuff.
Oh, yeah, 47 was Memory of Eternity. Okay, no, Crunchyroll was saying new.
Oh, well, maybe it just meant there is a new episode, but you're not on it.
Oh, that could be it. Okay, so let me go into the playlist here and we'll pull it up. So yeah, episode 48, The White Bride. So we are... why TCG cards not do that? Yeah, we haven't got any full arts. Well, the parallel rares in the boxes are full arts, usually. So you'll get like the standard artwork will have the border and everything, and then the parallel rare version will be different artwork, but it'll be full art, or at least their interpretation of what a full art should be. So it's not, the idea isn't completely lost on them. It's just never for the base art of the pack. It's always for the harder to get versions of it. So we are watching this via the Crunchyroll app. If you're watching on Crunchyroll or Anime Lab or anything like that, feel free to join in. However it is you're watching the show. We're going to count you guys down from 5. Hit the button. So time for Interspecies Digimon Reviewer. Oh God, that show, that was a thing. I remember Twitter being upset about that. And then it swiftly moved on to the next thing. I never watched it, but it's one of these things where like when something gets a bit too much discourse, I just tune out.
Yeah.
I didn't care to see what the hubbub was about. So it's like, what's her face? The short stack with the big boobs.
That could describe so many people.
Yeah, no, but the one Twitter doesn't like. Silver hair, what's her name? Oh, come on.
Should I know who you're talking about?
Yes! Sugoi Dekai.
Oh, with from the anime.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Where she's friends with the guy.
Yeah, her...
Usagi?
Yeah, something like that.
Usagi-chan?
Is that Sailor Moon?
Is it?
Isn't Usagi Sailor Moon? But something like that anyway, yeah. It was just like there was so much discourse around that I just didn't bother. I was just like, I don't care anymore. I've heard people bitching for and against it for so much. I just tuned out and didn't care to see Uzaki, that's the one. I just didn't care for like what the show or the context or anything was. I seen a screenshot of like watch things, before you give out about whether they're good or not, and people taking offense to the idea of having to absorb a piece of media before having a commentary on it. And at which point I was like, well, I'm not watching it, so like the message is nice, but I can't tell you if the show is good or not because I just didn't care after so much on both sides.
I eventually watched it, but I
is it
remember enjoying it, but I don't really remember it. So
okay, so it's okay.
Didn't really stand out.
Fair. Okay. Right. Well,
short stack with big boobs, aka the Dragon Maid author fetish.
Yeah, it only becomes a problem when she's, when she looks like she's 12 but is actually 1200. That's when I kind of go, no, oh, please stop. Just stop. Even I have my limits on certain tropes, and that is one I just, oh, no. Like, what's her name? Naui from Fire Emblem. I've shown you Naui from Fire Emblem before, haven't I?
Probably.
Just for the chat's sake, I'll pull up a picture.
Ah, yes.
That is official art, so we'll go with that. I thought I thought that was fan art for a second, and I didn't want the image where she's bent over. So, oh yeah, I can't unsee that now. Thanks.
Me neither.
So just for the chat's sake, and then I promise we'll move on to the episode. We're going to strange new places this week. There she is. Oh, Christ! 1,000 years old. I'm pressing X to doubt on that one. X to doubt. So, all right. So let's get into actually let's actually fucking get into Digimon here. So, um,
Oh.
what? Oh, no. That, Desmond. Sometimes I think you do this just to get a reaction out of me. Your obsession with Lolly Yggdrasil is Sometimes I think you do this just to get just to get a response. So we'll get into
it's tame, Andreas, but
the implications.
It's young.
It's yes. This is going to go full circle, and there it was. Right. All right. So Digimon Ghost Game, episode 48. Gonna hit the play button now. So if you're watching along, tune up the episode. Get ready.
Tune up the episode?
Yeah, I don't know. 5. I just want to move on. Can I just move on?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go get married. Just not to rule your Jellymon. Defeats the purpose of the conversation we just had.
Sorry, I'm playing with one of my Lotmons. One of, because I have 2 now.
Nope, you assigned yourself to this fate willingly. I did no such thing. Faction, faction! Faction life. Right, I'm gonna lower it down because I don't want the mic picking it up too much and then getting copyright claimed, so. Strange and odd. Here comes an enigma, how mysterious. Oh, God. So how is everyone? How is everyone else doing? My torment and torture over first world problems aside.
I feel like
that's marry a Jellymon.
I feel like that meme, from The Simpsons, where they're like, Homer, why are you so unhappy? I thought you'd be happy with 2 wives. And he's like, no, you mean a guy with 2 knives. No, I'm here with my 2 Lotmon.
And Crunchyroll is buffering again.
Oh, wonderful.
We haven't, it hasn't done this in a while. Oh, something went wrong, did it?
Oh, no.
Fun. Crunchyroll app is just being... You're going to be disappointed there. Am I? Wait, who? Me or Desmond?
Me for having 2 Lotmon. Why would that be disappointing? High quality.
Yeah.
At least we can watch.
The app hasn't done this in a couple of weeks, so I thought we were done with that nonsense. What a surprise! Wandering moments. The maze is a labyrinth. Offbeat. I could go for offbeat.
Close to 7K, so we might hear you sing Faction or Butterfly.
Oh yeah, that was a goal once upon a time. I'm still up for it. I'm still up for it. We get to 7K follows or subs. I'm getting confused with Twitch. We get to 7K subs over here on YouTube, and yeah, I'll sing. My bad voice will sing. Sure. Oh wow. I like your earrings. Oh God. I mean, that's a nice design on your gloves, lady. Okay, maybe not that. Oh, maybe not the mushrooms. Mushrooms might be a bit much.
Ah, to her face.
Oh. Oi. Oh.
No.
Uh-oh. There's 2 of them? So they're Mushroomon, but not. Don't inhale the spores. Everyone. Did you watch the one with the girl and the puppet? Oh, yeah. Sure. DIY weddings. And she's just in her school uniform.
Yes. She's gonna try swipe through him.
like Haru with Gachmons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Hero's just in his uniform as well. He's just buttoned up for a change. No hoodie either. Oh, Garamon, why?
You know those weird snail, not Numamon things you showed me earlier? They showed up on my Facebook.
Ew. Hey, Keith. What might be a bad voice for singing lead might be great for harmonizing. I appreciate. Oh, Ryudamon's back.
Yay!
I love that they're explaining why Kyoshiro's not there. So why did Hiro get to go? If it's Ruli's friend, why did Hiro get to go? Like, writing Kyoshiro off for this reason, when you think about it, it's like, yeah, okay, that tracks. It's Ruli's friend's event, so, you know, but Hiro was allowed go. Was he her +1?
Maybe.
Oh no.
It was a really bad idea watching Resident Evil before this episode.
Yeah, a little bit. It's really gonna wear the white frilly thing.
Yep.
No, that
Burley's a mushroom.
Yeah. I love that Angoramon heard the phone drop. But does this show know how modern phones work? That screen is done.
Yeah, it's dead, yeah.
That screen is dead.
Those are scaring me.
Yeah. Very unsettling. Yep, don't inhale the spores. Is he? That is a nice dress on her friend, though. Does she think she's just talking to a giant hologram right now?
Yep.
Wonderful. And Goramon cares not for your rules. Chinatsu. Oh yeah, Akane Kubota or something was her name, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because that was my 999 reference machine went off.
Yeah.
Everything's a Zero Escape reference if you try hard enough. Honestly, totally okay with Ryudomon just. All right. What was that running animation? It was like the Vince McMahon walk.
Yeah.
Oh, he just threw her in a ditch. And Gamamon just zipping behind him. It would have only been funnier if Gamamon was actually like clumped onto the shoulder of his jacket. And he's literally just being dragged along. Oh god. Oh jeez.
No chance.
No chance. Oh god, she can feel that being ripped out of her. Oh, I hate everything about this episode. That's an interesting camera angle.
Yeah.
Oh. The white frilly humans.
Does this count as cannibalism?
Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna be sick. Jesus. So, estimation of the English release of Ghost Game with this episode uncensored. Ghost Game uncensored in English. Could you imagine? Yeah, let's traumatize 6-year-old little Timmy.
The bride's faces won't be shown, and all you'll hear is, that tickles!
Oh. And we definitely won't be getting that awkward camera angle between that bride's legs.
Nope.
Probably for the better.
Mm.
That just raises more questions than I did not think I needed for this episode. Like, do the mushrooms grow all over? Oh, 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 harvesting them. Oh, no,
Stop.
no,
Make yourself worse.
no. Oh, I hate this episode. Is this fake heroes? SB1, get a clue, will you?
Yeah, I saw everything. He looks like he's seen it all. Ew. Ew.
It doesn't look. Fortunately, it doesn't look like they can grow in the eyes. Oh. Androius was the one asking if this is cannibalism.
Such disappointment of no squirming?
Oh, because we're not on screen anymore. Just how.
If it helps, I have no neck right now.
Yeah. Oh, what the? Nani the. He's evolving?
Ooh. How he's just growing. You didn't think about that one, did you?
Random Ryudamon evolution?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, he has no power. Oh, that just sounded like her arm was broken or something.
Mm-hmm.
So why make a new Mushroom Digimon out of this rather than just use Mushroomon?
Okay, they're getting crazy now.
Oh, Digimon realized it. Digimon referencing the bracelets again.
Mm.
We haven't seen that in how long? Shamblemon. Because a normal one is already in Angoramon's T social. That's fair. Yeah, that's actually a fair point. Oh, Jesus Christ. The way some of them are positioned is integer overflow. Oh, he's useless.
Did you just shoot little mushrooms at them?
Yep. Little mushrooms with teeth. Is Ginurumon going to be Kyoshiro's Uber? Yeah, we haven't seen Airdramon in a while.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, he's just the writhing in pain is. I suppose if they're pulling those mushrooms out of their head, in theory the roots are connected to their brains.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of nerve damage. Oh, I hate this episode.
Well, maybe it depends if they can penetrate the skull or not. Those mushrooms are very stoned.
Yeah. You tried, Espimon. Ugh.
Ugh.
His mushrooms are going to be poisonous or something, are they?
They're purple.
Yeah. His fear is probably tainting them or something. Well, no, because they're getting off on that, but... Oh. Yeah.
Are they all gonna explode? That'd be great. My brain is itchy.
What the
Okay.
Kyoshiro? Oh, like these have... Oh, the roots of them are still stuck in his pants. Oh. What is going on? Oh, there's so much you can take out of that dialogue out of context.
Yep.
She better have like a burst mode or something after all this supercharging.
Hi, mommy.
And to think, like, what, 2 weeks ago we were saying Thetismon is barely in the show? What's this, 2 weeks in a row now? That was some really good animation with her coming down. It was really detailed.
Where did they pull those little mushrooms out
I
of?
don't want to know.
They don't have back pockets.
His timer better start going off now, or we see the little dual V or something. Also, oh, what? Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, 5. Don't care. Okay, this episode was. Oh.
They're all so pretty.
Oh, they are.
My hero. Sorry.
Aww.
Fucking them up.
Are they actually gonna get away? What the? Oh, the Garamon gonna feast on the Shamblemon?
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
Oh. Oh, they're getting everything they've ever done back to them in spades. Okay, this episode got super creepy at the end. Do you think they'll eat the Shamblemon? We're setting up more going to the digital world stuff. Hero wants. Yeah!
Aww.
That's adorable.
Love it.
Wait. Okay. So Keith says, my own score for this is 4.2. Starts with a 4.5 until Kyoshiro tastes bad, made the plot go crazy. I don't know. I think that's what I liked about it.
Yeah, it made me think, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, why were his mushrooms purple?
Yeah, like, is it something to do with her because she deals with poison and stuff?
Yeah.
Or
is there something with his hand that the show is just like, we're not letting that go yet?
Yeah,
like,
or
is it more
because
than him
like,
just being a weeb?
Because he was part Digimon and he tasted like Digimon.
I think the thing about the mushrooms is confirming my theories. Everything will be revealed once the bandages come off. I really wonder. He's an adult level. Cute appearance, and Goromon, you might want to. Keep that story buried. Yeah, our proper Halloween episode next week. Eyeballs again, okay.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, Jazz Grandpa being all ooh is fun.
Spooky. Androids, no.
Androids. Oh, well, there's Witchmon anyway. So that's the Digimon Witchmon, not the Atmon Witchmon. Holy crap! That episode just from start to finish.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. In a good kind of, I hate it.
Yeah.
Not a Queen's Banquet kind of, I hate it.
hate it because I can feel things being pulled out of me.
Yeah. Android's gonna put Reiko out of a job. Still think it may be a health jab. That's an interesting take.
Yeah, that's what when Reiko was saying there. That's always also the thing of his Ayatarmon DNA.
Yeah.
That's what I was referring to because he was part.
Because he was part Digimon for a while, yeah. Huh.
But maybe the actual cannibalism.
Ooh. So it's interesting. So dark twist ending. Yeah. Like this is Publimon plummeting to his death kind of twist ending. Like I thought Garamon was just there because gross.
Yeah, they're pretty gross, all right.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like an army of Garamon taking the Shamblemon away to possibly farm or eat them.
I'm okay with that.
Mm.
As long as they're not coming back here. I'm really gonna have nightmares about him coming out of the fog with them eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, a lifestyle jab, as in Hero and Ruli are both quite physical from stress-free in comparison to Kyosho, who sits in front of a computer with all those projects. Love hate is good hate. This is true. But no, Yami, I think Reiko meant why is Androius going to put Reiko out of a job?
Kyosho, I think Yami's referring to the health job.
Oh yeah, no, I think yeah, no, I think that response was in relation to the health jab. But the comment about Androius.
Yeah.
Anyway, Androius with all the questionable one step too far comments this evening. Meg, sleep well. Thanks, Desmond. Well. Thanks, Desmond. Garymon's not the hero we needed, but the hero we deserved. Oh my god. Like, this episode was just nuts from top to bottom.
Yeah, like, I never thought Nuamon would be a crackhead, but...
Yeah.
That's what I'm always going to think of Garamon as now.
Crackhead Nuamon. Yeah, okay, fair enough, yeah. That's a choice.
Am I wrong?
I never said that. A choice on the a choice on behalf of the showrunners, anyway.
I'm out of bed.
Oh, here. I'll get you another one.
I shouldn't have another one at 10 o'clock right now.
Oh,
I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow.
They're Beppa Zam, so you don't.
Zam, yeah.
There's no sugar in them. You'll be fine. 4.5 because that Ryudomon evolution was pointless. He evolved to be a taxi.
Yes. I was going to say that at the end there when he was just standing with them. I was like, wait, you didn't do anything.
No, I thought he'd
Didn't I?
Well, that's... Yeah, like, that is the Sailor Moon meme, isn't it? As well. My work, Ginryumon being, my work here is done. Jellymon, but you didn't do anything. But I get what you were referencing as well.
Yeah. Oh, Leonard Nimoy, right? Yeah. Didn't I?
Yeah, in Simpsons, yeah.
Crackhead poop, yep. That's what they are.
So, this episode was terrifying.
Yeah, this ain't making it into the English one.
I could see this episode being cut completely from a dub.
Yeah. We'll have to go back and, like, when it's all over and be like, do like a poll on
not happening.
See what ones people think aren't going to make it.
The Ayataramon episode. Queen's Banquet I can see getting heavily edited, but I think that'll make it in. Also, Digivice trackers, wouldn't this ep have been halved if they had a feature commonly found in all past shows? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they've kind of made a point of that though, because the episode with in Human Hunter, they couldn't track Ruli because they were in the Aor field. So they had to.
They couldn't track her phone. Yeah.
Yeah, so they had to desync it to get her GPS back. So it is interesting that the Vital Bracelets just don't have a tracker in them, like every other show's Digivice.
Yeah. Ginryumon?
How is Ginryumon gonna fit in Kyosho's room now? Ginryumon. Yeah. I
I found it interesting, right? So he started to smash through the wall, so he turned on the other thing.
yeah.
But when you think about that, that wall is still
Oh yeah.
there.
That wall is probably that wall
Like,
is
that
still
wall-
smushed.
That wall definitely got some kind of damage, but then my brain just can't comprehend that they just hopped out and climbed on him and flew away because
Well, the AR field version is demolished, but when
Yeah.
Kyoshiro undoes that, it's
like,
gonna come. It's gonna be like the episode with Ian Telemon where he's gonna go, "My dorm
yeah.
again."
Yeah, no, my brain just has a hard time like thinking about the wall not actually being in between them
Yeah. The
because it's not a full on.
one thing I will say about Crunchyroll,
Mhm.
the thumbnails they use for the episodes do not line up like at all most of the time.
Yeah. Spoilers there.
Yeah, I guess that's maybe what they're doing, you know. But oh my god, this episode. I don't know where to start. I hated this episode
In all the best ways.
in all the like I really
Yeah.
did. I like yeah, like
Like,
the
we got
body horror,
body
the torture,
horror,
the
yeah.
just like the crunchiness of the mushrooms being ripped out of their bodies
Yeah,
and
the screeching.
how does Kyoshiro explain to the teachers how he keeps ending up with the giant holes in his dorm room wall?
Science.
Or not care because he'll just pay them off. Probably that one.
Mm.
No.
Haven't we all got the collective headcanon that he owns that dorm?
Oh yeah, well that's the other thing, isn't it? We do. We have the collective headcanon that he owns that dorm anyway. So, right. Shall we just get to the ranking part? Because brain not work properly right now.
Mm. Let me think. That happened twice?
No.
No. Okay. Favorite character.
Yeah, this is a tough one, isn't it? Because there's an argument for everyone. I feel this episode. Well, maybe not really, but I mean, there's an argument for Shamblemon because he just made the episode so gruesome and awful. There's an argument for Ryudamon, you know, his determination to save Gamamon from danger, causing him to evolve. Also, Gamamon's reaction at the end going, I know. Oh, it's you! I love that. Like, Gamamon's little reaction to realizing Ginryumon was Ryudamon.
Kyoshiro was very cool this episode.
Kyoshiro was very cool this episode.
But he was also hilarious when he was on the phone going, missing people, what?
Yeah, but like him going, you dare disrespect my mushrooms?
Yeah.
And then starts devouring them?
So good.
And then he just went complete anime shonen, like,
Yeah.
handsome character with all, with like all the poses and stuff. It was so good. And then like all the inference from everything Tesla Jellymon was saying, you're like, oh, layers.
Yeah.
There were layers to that speech.
Yeah.
To quote a friend of ours, she was really feeling it.
Sorry, I'm trying to mentally pick a favorite.
Oh, I know, right? Do you want to score the episode and then?
Still thinking about that too.
Oh, okay. I want to just give it full marks.
No, the more I think about it, right?
Like, if I am to deduct it points for anything, like anything at all, it's that it is filler. There's no escalation of plot. But I've gotten so used to Ghost Game just being that kind of show that I don't register that as a mark against it.
Yeah, I mean, depending on Yoshiro,
Mm.
maybe there is something to that. Maybe it does become plot.
Yeah, I
But
definitely think his mushrooms being purple has something to do with the bandages. I'm in
yeah,
agreement with Reiko on that.
yeah, it's either something to do with the bandages or
You dare bring light to my lair? You must die. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Desmond.
my brain just went, or his Digi DNA.
We haven't even started watching the dub shows yet. Why are you making those jokes? No! No. You get to make those jokes when we start watching the dubs. No.
I'm making a Jurassic Park joke.
Oh. Dino DNA. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
The panic on your face just now.
Sorry, Dino DNA is a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX thing for me as well. So that Tyranno Kenzan. I think we've talked about him before. He literally had like his shin bone replaced with a dinosaur fossil.
Yes, you have told me.
Yeah, and it gave him dinosaur powers as a result.
I had part of my shin bone taken out. They didn't give me no dinosaur bone.
Well, I mean, that's what you get for not being an anime protagonist, I guess.
Yeah.
God Lord.
Yeah, that's what my brain said it. He goes, the Dino DNA. My brain said, did you?
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
I get you now. I have what I like to call Digimon DNA, which lets me use Ayataramon powers. Yeah. I want to give it full marks. I really, because
I do
it
as well.
grossed me out so much.
The more I think about the reasons that I would lose marks,
Yeah.
the more insignificant they are.
Yeah.
Like him evolving and then not doing anything, that doesn't bother me really because so much else happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not on good terms with Airdramon.
Yeah.
So, but I suppose maybe Airdramon might cooperate if you tell him Ruli's in danger.
Yeah.
Wait, Yoshiro's a biohybrid?
Yeah.
Oh, let's not go down that road yet. Oh, let's leave those references aside for the minute. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go full.
Yeah.
Like, because I was just squirming throughout the episode. And then
same, I was like sunk back into my shoulders going,
yeah. And then just again, like the juiciness of just hearing all the mushrooms being ripped out of their bodies, and even when Kyoshiro started eating his own mushrooms, you could still see like the frayed part of the roots coming through his clothes, and just
the noises made me think of, when you get celery and you twist it and it goes
yeah. And then just Kyoshiro going crazy at the end was really fun. And then Tesla Jellymon using that to evolve.
Then her
she didn't make a big deal out of his limit break last week. So was she a super powered Thetismon this week, or was it just for dramatic effect?
Well, he was saying the mushrooms made him feel powerful. So
yeah.
I guess she felt powerful too. Whether it was an actual effect, I don't know, or if they were just really hyped up.
I guess.
He saw that his mushrooms were like hurting them, so he was like, yes, I'm going to use this to my advantage.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to go 5.
Yeah, me too. And pop Kyoshiro in there.
Kyoshiro? That's a very solid choice.
Honorable mention, crackhead Numama. No, I kid. That was not a favorite. That was a nightmare.
Also, Espimon needs to get a clue at some stage.
Yeah, fake hero's phone.
Yeah. Oh, so many good choices this week. Also, I did love the girl in the red dress just talking to Angoramon.
Yeah.
There has to be a limit to this hologram thing. Like there has to be a limit to this where you sort of go, no, you were just an animal. I am not conversing with a hologram here.
Yeah.
This is no Kybercore hologram, solid state vision or whatever.
Do you like to eat mushrooms? I do. I had mushrooms for breakfast, actually.
You did actually. Yeah. Me not so much.
No.
God, this is actually. You know what?
Well, my mushrooms don't look like that.
This is fair. Just gonna grab this. I don't know. There's like so many like it's not even because reasons. There's just so many strong characters this week. I just have to pick somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
gonna stick with Kyosho.
Yeah, even like Shamblemon, if someone said that, I'd be like, yeah. Oh, by all means, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were so gross and just
evil.
Evil. Oh, they were just evil. Like, there was no misunderstanding here. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they were kind of like Olemon as well in the way they just, they wanted their food.
I was just thinking about that as well. I was like, so the single brain cell is working again. I was just thinking it is kind of like Olemon, because the Shamblemon didn't know what was causing the mushrooms to be so tasty, and they were sort of making reasons up for it. Yeah. Oh, they have bracelets, that's why they taste better.
Yeah, the ones in the frilly dresses taste better.
Yeah. Like, they didn't really sort of have an idea, and it really does sort of harken back to the Olemon thing where, well, smelly people would make a good human dish. So it kind of just, making it up as you go along kind of thing.
Yeah.
They
were a much better version of that, though. They were, but at least they were adults. They were, well, except for Ruli. But...
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the Ruli thing, I mean, goes in favor of the argument, because it's a case of they just saw a girl in a dress and went, well, you're a bride. So it goes more toward them just sort of making it up as they go along. I just wanted to get the recap for next week to make sure we have the title correct. Oh, it is, yeah. The Crimson Harvest Festival.
Oh, good.
So, the episode title should have been The White Bride, but they took the out of it.
And put it there.
And put it on The Crimson Harvest Festival. Okay. So is next week just going to be Return of Favor? I see that having a completely different title. I think that's a literal translation of what's going to happen in the episode. But, yeah. Right. Do we have...
we gotta rank them.
Oh, yeah, we gotta rank it still. Jesus. Sorry.
Do you want to catch up with the chat before we do?
Yeah, we'll catch up with the chat. I'll swap it over to the ranking page. Actually, no, we'll do that. I'll swap that over in a sec. Let's see. So again, Ghost Game 48 Uncut English when? LOL. All Digivice trackers. How is Ginryu going to be in Kyosho's room? Yeah, we covered that. There's a bunch of wimps if they do that to a lot of episodes. Yeah, well, standards and practices globally don't always translate, so what's suitable for 6-year-old Jimmy in Japan won't be suitable for 6-year-old Jimmy in America. For better or worse.
And then we get the ratings from America, whereas people over here are like, yeah, let them watch the horror movies,
Oh yeah.
We don't give a shit about ratings.
I was raised on Evil Dead. I think
Nightmare on Elm Street when I was like 5, and then I was reading Stephen King by 7.
Yeah, I think I've told that story on stream before. My cousin was babysitting me and put on the Evil Dead, like the first one.
First one? Oh, geez, not even the funny one.
No, put on the first one and went, yeah, come on, we'll sit down and enjoy this. And I was like, oh God, I had to have been like 4, 5, 6 at the time.
Yeah.
And it terrified me, as it would.
It would, yeah.
And I like the movie. I don't like. It was so far back. I don't remember if we ever finished it or I just noped out and ran to bed. But then he started pretending to be a deadite.
Oh no!
and would do all the the twitchy and the no, it's all right. I'm okay now. I'll swallow your soul. He went ham on it, and
sounds like me as a babysitter.
It always, as you can tell, it always stuck with me.
Yeah.
But so
Yeah, like I was watching horror movies from a very young age, so when things like Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark came out, you know, they were still spooky in their own right.
yeah.
But I was never gonna be grossed out. Oh, the TV's possessed.
Oh God.
Now I'm scared.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, the TV got possessed there for a moment.
They're here.
Oh God. Klaatu. Barada. Oh God, what is it? Nickel. No, necktie. Nah. Oh no. No. Klaatu. Oh, okay, hold on. Klaatu. Barada. Alright, we good? We good? Cool. Right.
You're dead.
So let's see, the chat saying, Yoshiro's a biohybrid, that'd be a cool plot twist. Eating mushrooms, growing bigger. Airdramon doesn't like Jellymon, so she needed her own Uber in Ginryumon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you tell Airdramon that Ruli's in trouble and he might cooperate. Kyoshiro mushrooms are poison for others but power for him, so if Hiro or Ruli eat them, they'll probably get poisoned. Possibly, but we don't know why his were different. So hold on to that theory until the bandages come off. Because I think that'll be worth investigating once that happens.
Yeah.
Why does Jellymon keep getting coffee highs anyway? This is her third or fourth now.
He's a hyper teenager.
Well, I was gonna put it another way. Because the power of love is a curious thing. It makes one mon weep and another mon sing.
Why did you go Nicolas Cage there?
Change a Hawkmon into a little white Dovemon. More than a feeling, that's the power of love. Ethan Winters.
Have you been taking the mushrooms?
Certainly feel like it after this episode. So, a shame there's no Thetismon bride mode. We don't know that yet.
The art of that.
Oh, the art. Oh, God, yeah. If fan artists aren't doing that already, especially after seeing Jellymon in a dress earlier.
Yeah, that was adorable. So
yeah,
she's
also
going to be in all the wedding outfits.
Oh yeah. Also, I do love that her wedding dress had little jellyfish.
Yeah, that was so cute. Love can do anything.
Sometimes you were embarrassingly awkward to know. Thank you. Thank you very much. I was really just answering your question, wasn't I? So anyway, it'll be fun to draw this week. Yeah. So Ginryumon isn't going to be a secondary partner because he evolved naturally. I guess. Like, it'll be interesting to see next week if he's still Ginryumon or he can now control it.
You sound like I Stevie-mon.
Oh no. Oh, Christopher Walken. I couldn't do that impression off the top of my head. I would have to like listen to it a while and let it gestate in my brain. And oh man, has anyone got more cowbell? Like, no, because Christopher Walken, man, it's got a, you know, there is a cadence and a pitch to that, you know, and I need to get into that mind frame and just listen to the man talk for an hour. And see what I mean? Like, even this attempt at the impression isn't really going where I thought it would, you know?
No, you sound like Nick Cage doing an
impression of Christopher Walken. Yeah.
We watched The Black Cauldron. Yes, I watched The Black Cauldron years and years ago.
So once Ghost Game finishes, I swear at some point I'm writing Kyoshiro and Jellymon's wedding.
Hey, Ghost Game might write it themselves.
Ghost Game might write it. Look, if Shoutmon can actually grow older and grow a level because of it, Same could happen to Jellymon. That, or she just gets, I want to say stuck, but that, or she just evolves to Thetismon naturally, and there you go. It's not as creepy. Don't lewd your lollies.
He'll grow up, he'll say Thetismon and go, stay like that, please.
Yeah. Then again, we don't know what her mega looks like.
True.
Mm.
I want it to be something ridiculous.
Oh, same. I really do. Because it's you know, it's bratty child, punky teen, you know, glamorous princess adult. I don't want her to go full Babamon. But I also do kind of want it to end up looking something like Calmaramon.
Yeah, like I want the jellyfish element of it to come out properly.
Yeah, rather than
like,
her.
I want it to be so funny if she was like a blobfish or something. Just something completely unexpected.
It's like all the evolutions in Survive. You know, the ones that like don't add up.
Yeah.
You know, you've got Floramon turning into Vegemon. And even Saki just being like, oh no, you're evolving again. Please be cute. And then it turns into Blossomon. And it's like, oh, I mean, you're strong, but oh, that's a look. That's going to take getting used to.
Like, your Numamon turned into an Edamon earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Survive. Like, the evolution...
The only good Numamon is an Edamon.
Yeah. Like, leave the lollies alone,
Oh,
perverts.
Thetismon will evolve to Ursula.
Yes. I even thought hard about the names of evolution for Gamamon and Angoramon made through Kyoshiro. Harriet Gamamon and Bjerkness Angoramon. Oh my god, I just thought of something.
Oh.
You know those evolutions we don't know about yet on the Violet Bracelet BE?
If they're those? Well,
not the, yeah.
That, yeah.
Well, like, what if Fubamon is Gamamon through Kyoshiro?
Oh.
You know, something like it. I kind of hope it's not, but if they did something like that, I
would
wouldn't.
Be interesting, yeah.
Because Kyoshiro being a weeb, which is why I went to the ninja one. But there is also that big Ryudamon looking evolution on the new dim card as well. And Ryudamon's evolved.
Yeah.
So that's going to continue, I feel.
Was that a completely natural evolution, do you think? Or was it linked to the bracelet? I know we didn't see the bracelet off, but...
I think it was... Honestly, I think it was just the power of friendship.
Okay.
Because I think if it was tied to the Digivice or something, the show would have made an effort to point that out.
Yeah.
You know, like, maybe while the evolution is happening, Kyoshiro's... Even though Kyoshiro is, like, freaking out because his room's about to be...
No, not Kyoshiro's bracelet. I mean, Hero's bracelet.
Oh, from the fusion dance they did?
Yeah.
Possibly, but again, I still feel...
Would he be able to evolve had they not done that?
I would still say yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, but... Because I feel like if they were going to make a point of it, the evolution would have happened while Hero was in the vicinity. So you see the bracelet kind of light up. Kind of like what they did last week when they had the dual V under his sleeve.
Yeah.
But I feel they would have done something like that. Just to sort of go, do you get it?
Yeah. No, I was just wondering. Another great villain, Ursula. Yes, I love Meet Some Ursula.
True. From Thomas Harriet, the first man to observe a sunspot, and Java Bjerkness, a meteorologist that developed the polar front theory. Ooh. But for
that sounds like something they go with.
Yeah, it does. Based on how Gamamon's evolutions are named currently, yeah, that sounds like something they do. So Justin says, Bolt Bautamon doesn't make sense. Oh, that's because it's pardon my language here, but it's a bastardization of the translation. His name should be Volt Bautamon. And Volt means face or mask, and Bauta means face or mask. So his name is just Facemon. But it should be Volt Bautamon, not Bolt. Like he's not a lightning element.
Are there V's in Japanese?
No.
No, that's why then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Same in Korean, they don't have a V sound, so everything.
Yeah, like
Ends up either a P
unless
sound.
it's words like victory and and things like that.
Yeah.
Generally, no, it's because of the way the letter is pronounced.
Mm.
V's get transliterated as B's. I'm just where is
Yeah.
okay.
That always got me with there's a song in Korean called Hurricane Venus, but there's no V in Korean, so she didn't pronounce it very well.
Oh, yeah, I think you've shown me that. So hold on, let me just get a copy here for the chat. So ignore the hyperlink. I just pulled this from the wiki. So that's how it should be read. Like that's how his name should be read, Volto Bautamon. Um, and then as far as
Can
the
we just call him Facey McMaskface?
Facey McMassface, yeah, that checks. So Volto means face, but is also a reference to a mask of the same name. And then the Bauta is a type of mask traditionally worn at the Carnival of Venice. So, that sort of
Yeah.
a Zani mask almost. And then, yeah. So, yeah. So basically, Facey McMaskmon is what.
Oh, yeah, is that his sword? That kind of. Oh no, it's his skull. I was gonna say that looks like the nose on that mask you just pointed out.
Ah, yeah. But he is also just a pirate.
Yeah.
He's an Italian pirate.
He's got a glass of wine.
Yeah. He's great. Like I love the design. Fighting him in Next Order was a bitch because he was like post game DLC. So like they just buffed all the stats and it was just like, oh I hate you. Speaking of, Next Order coming to Switch and PC, actually confirmed. So maybe I'll do a new playthrough of that. Maybe I'll
do one.
Beginner mode. Hopefully, it's got a dedicated run button, so you won't have to spend like 5 days in the gym and then hope that the Digimon doesn't die before you get to the next plot point. You can actually just run.
Just the noise when they're dying.
Yeah, just the
like,
heaving.
I gotta poop.
I mean, Volt Bautamon doesn't make sense in terms of a clown and a vampire fusing to make a pirate. Yeah, but look at him. He is just a clown vampire pirate, though.
Yeah.
The makeup.
What are they called? The other name for clown? The posh towns?
Piero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
But he does look like because of the.
Clowns. I couldn't think of a better way to say that.
I know what you meant, though. But he does look like a because it's like an Italian Venetian carnival clown, rather than a go to the circus clown like Piemon would be based on.
Yeah, he's a bit more of a jester type.
Yeah. So.
Vampire.
But yeah, no.
Skeleton-ish thing.
Well, I mean, he's made up of a clown and a vampire, so. And I've closed off the window now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, ranking the episode then.
Yeah.
So we're both going. I'm guessing low 5. Oh, maybe not. I'm just looking at where our 5s are currently. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
We have a lot of 5s.
I mean, because the show is good.
Yeah.
Each episode is good in its own bubble, but as a long form story, I'd say it's about a 2.
Well, they've told us it's not going to be 1, so
no, because people have no attention spans. Kids today
because
have
they think people have no attention spans. There's a difference.
Well, I was getting to that. Kids today, shaky the fist. Old man yells at cloud. So, actually, let me just go and grab this. Oh.
You're very generous with your fives.
I don't know. I just think we have an understanding of what we're looking for out of the show and what they've told us the show is going to be. So not having any other expectation outside of that helps with the rankings, because
Yeah,
we're not
like an episode not having plot doesn't entirely bother me if the episode has just been good filler. So I could, like, today, that's a 5.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, just for how gross and then off the wall the episode was. So where do you want to put yours? You want to work? Do you want to work from top or bottom?
I'm working from the bottom already.
Okay.
You don't need to ask.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Nice of you to share that information.
I'm sorry, I'm just faster at reading. Grosser than Herd of the Dead. What's Red Eye again?
Red Eye. Oh, that was the Emma Haynes episode.
Ah, yes. Oh, the eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just blocked that out. Sorry. Put it under that.
Under Red Eye?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, I might need to drop this down a fair bit then. Clicks. Can you? Thank you. Right. Yeah. Okay. Under Red Eye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was very creepy. It didn't affect me as much as that one.
Okay. So Meg has it ranked 12th out of 48 episodes. That's not a bad position to be in out of 48 episodes. It hasn't broken top 10, but yeah, I mean, it does sort of show the quality of the episodes ahead of it.
Yeah. A couple of 40s in there now.
Yeah.
In the top, I mean.
So where do I want to put it then? Better than Mystery, better than Who Are You, creepier than Red Eye. Creepier, no. Better episode, yes. Structure-wise. No, but you know what? It's kind of the same, isn't it? It's kind of the same. It is kind of just Red Eye, but again, but I think it was a lot more off the wall, just in terms of Shamblemon's reason for doing things, and
yeah, that one was more. I don't want to say serious is not the right word, but this one was more fun than that one.
Yeah,
that one was just really proper gross and made me itchy and bleh.
Yeah, I think it's better than Prison of Fire. I may end up bumping that down to a 4 eventually. The Prison of Fire.
The more I remember Prison of Fire, the more I remember Divine Anger, the more I want to bump them down.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I do kind of want to bump them down. They were fun in the moment, but so many episodes are doing things better that I don't know if retroactively they still hold the same scores.
Yeah. What rewatching was for.
I'll leave them alone for now, but
I think we should leave them where they are, because that's where I know we've bumped a couple of them down and up before, but now obviously we can't.
Well, I think episode, yeah, but I think when you're in a case where you're looking at episode 5 and episode like 8 or 20, too much time has passed. Where when we've bumped stuff up, it's been within a couple of weeks of that the episode in question. It's like, actually that one wasn't as good as I thought it was. I want to mark it back down.
Yeah.
But you're going back like what, 43, 50 weeks, including the hiatus.
Yeah, we were still on a high from it starting, and Divine Anger was Jellymon.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the first Jellymon episode, and that I think that one still holds, but
the more I think of it overall with the rest of the 5s, I'm just like,
yeah,
maybe not a 5 anymore. But
yeah,
I'm wondering, should we leave them alone for now, so we can get the average of what we thought as we went. I know there's a couple we've bumped, but unless we go back to however many episodes ago and watch what we changed,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get you. Let's move that down there a tick.
You know what would make more sense while you're doing that? Click it to your side when you're doing mine, and click it to my side when you're doing yours.
Yeah,
so they're just out of the way.
Yeah, I'll keep that. I'll keep that in mind for next week, or even Wednesday.
Yeah.
When we go back to Atmon.
Well, it's not like you have far to go there yet.
Wow. So, yeah, I'm gonna put it under Herd of the Dead.
Okay.
Because I think while it has the creepy level of Red Eye, I think structurally it's just as you said, it's kind of a more fun episode. Where Red Eye is just kind of haunting the whole way through.
Yeah, Red Eye makes you want to look away.
Yeah.
Whereas that episode I was really engaged in.
But I am going to make an additional addendum to Red Eye.
Okay.
I'm not going to change its score, but I am going to make an additional addendum.
Okay.
So bear with me here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling that more. So that puts White Bride as it broke my top 10.
Yeah.
Jeez. Now look, depending on how many episodes we end up with, this could all change again. We haven't been given an actual episode count yet, so this could all change again.
Every time I see the curse song, I'm like, put it at -1.
Just knock it down out of spite. Just keep. Yeah.
Every time I look at it, just -1 from it.
All right. So yeah, I think that's all right. Let's have a look. Where's the chat? Very generous with 5s. So did you guys finally have an answer for my question from 4 weeks ago about top 10 anime villains?
That was 4 weeks ago?
Nice of them to keep track. Maybe leave that with us for Wednesday's show. It'll give us something if we don't have a mailbag. 8.564.5s in comparison so far. Oh, 25 years of attentions, but we are 50 soon. Still no plot bugs me. And one more thing, 2020 director said show will still be about fighting and spectacle before the show started, and yet it had story. I mean, the 2020 director got sick and couldn't write the show. Somebody new took over. Directions change. You know, it's we went through that interview on Wednesday's show. Plans change. That's I can't answer anything other than that. Plans change.
But they have said there's not. Don't expect a big plot heavy show out of this because it's just not going to be that. So.
Yeah, like they told us right from they were honest from the beginning. They said it was going to be more. It was going to be about different ways of resolving a problem and not just who can attack the largest. Also, Reiko is reading my mind there. I'm not given the scroll at the bottom of the screen, I wasn't going to make my quips. But yeah.
Yami has 8 5s and 6 4.5s
in comparison. Yeah. Like Twisted Love or Herd of the Dead, or do something a bit more unexpected.
Yeah, most of my 5s are usually ones that get more of a response.
More than a response of that was fun.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a really fair way to do it. Like, So where Twisted Love or Herd of the Dead, they just do something off, completely unexpected within the context of what we know of the show so far.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely
Mm.
fine. Like, um,
In my case, I had my fun, and that's all that matters.
and that is just as valid a way to look at it as anything else. No, tisk people. Speaking of forbidden topics, Holy War, Dark Digimon, Millenniumon, The Great Catastrophe. What did they do with those plot points exactly, other than say they happened? That was not a connected story. If so, it's the most basic of good versus evil. Beat it. Plus, Ty could have just ran 2020 on his own, at most with Izzy. Everyone else was chopped liver. Yeah, yeah, basically. I mean, the best character in that show was Mimi. Um, Red Eye. What was that? I really forgot. You mean the episode with Eismon? You know, that recurring villain from 2020. You know that
Who
one.
got put in a little tiny jar?
You got put in a little tiny jar at the end. And now I'm being
Could've done
hypocritical. It broke your mind too. Red Eyes is Kyoshiro's American Buddy episode, the nosy Parker that got her Jews. Oof. Ah, the Shademon episode. Nope, Shademon's a different character. Shademon is a different, but very similar looking Digimon. It was Eismon. Scatter mode and regular. Hopefully the fans don't say they lied to us like in Survive.
Oh, they will. Even if they were face to face with the people.
Yeah.
At the time they said it, they'd still go, no, that was a lie.
Survive never lied though. Every bit of promotion was showing visual novel stuff. Yeah. I still don't get that. I guess they were because they were expecting something more akin to a cyber sleuth.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it. Well, that you didn't tell us it was a visual novel. Did you not look at all the commercials in the last 5 years? I actually came across some beta from screenshots from the Survive beta not too long ago, and man, character designs were very much the same, but the characters, like, Saki looked 12.
Okay.
Not 16 or 17 like she looks in the final game. She actually looked like a 12-year-old.
Okay.
But it was still like nothing changed in terms of outfits and coloring. It was just the way she was drawn. You could tell that she was, and then there's just different scenes like with Shuji and things. I'm just like, yeah, actually that wasn't in the final game. There's a few different things, but they love to complain at their own expectation. And I think that, that's why I just say, like, that's why I always say, temper your expectations with things. Don't go looking for stuff that you were told weren't going to be there, or don't go making assumptions based on previous instances of a piece of media.
And don't take rumor from whatever YouTuber said so and take that as fact. I think that's a big problem right now. Like, that's why there's petitions. The show didn't go the way I wanted. Change it. Go back and refilm it. And
Supernatural.
Supernatural, Game of Thrones, Halloween Ends right now.
Doctor Who. I think there's parties going on over what happened tonight.
Yeah, probably.
People set their bars so high and they get disappointed when they aren't met. I think that
they set their bars so high to their own imagined bar.
Oh yeah, you fantasy book yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
You do. You fantasy book yourself into a corner. And while I appreciate the passion of that kind of fandom, more often than not, it bites you in the ass.
Yeah. Like, I can be excited about something and go, oh, it looks like they're going to do this and this, but on the inside, I'm like, yeah, but it probably won't.
Yeah, you sort of have to just remind yourself.
I'm getting excited about what could happen. It's possible and whatever. But then, I also realize I'm not the one in control of it.
Yeah. I'm kind of, and like, just because we're going back to the forbidden topic here, I'm kind of looking forward to whenever this dub turns up, because we're going to watch that.
Yeah.
And I really want to see your take on it, because you didn't watch any of the Japanese version of that. So I want to see your take on the back and forth that's been happening on this channel now for 2 years over that show.
Yeah, I watched like 3 out of context episodes because I hadn't watched anything in between them.
Hmm.
And all I remember was them trying to push that big thing up a hill.
Oh yeah, Digimon. Yeah.
That's it. That's all I remember.
I like
And
Digimon
the
design though. He's
doggo,
fun.
The doggo
The
that you liked.
Oh yes. Oh no.
The doggo train thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
He's best
seeing
boy.
Yeah, I remember seeing a clip of him.
He's so best boy. I don't remember his name right now. I blame the Ghost Game episode for that. Because you can raise him on the dim cards as well. He's on the Angoramon dim card. But
I did write a comment about all plot points in 2020 from start to finish, but it's a long comment, so I never published it on YouTube.
If you have to write an essay to defend your point,
maybe is it more of a
maybe you
cutting out all the bits in the middle and just writing what the plot is rather than defending it?
Oh yeah, no, I say that facetiously. Like, sometimes the YouTube comment section just isn't built for long form argument and discussion.
Yeah,
you know, it's that's why we have a Discord. I'll set up a forbidden section if people want to argue the plot of that show. But if people aren't satisfied with Ghost Game went, then the people will go and make fanfics of how they would have liked it to go. Oh yeah, and that's what
the smart people will do that.
That's fanfic. Fanfiction has always filled this niche of what if.
Yeah.
And that's really fun. I used to partake in it. I used to do long form text-based RPGs. I used to do all of that. Gaia Online is like, I have so many good and middling memories there. I loved Gaia before it became pay to win, but as far as allowing for long form RPGs where different users can interact and craft a story together and do different things, like, that's super fun. And and fan fiction fills an incredible niche there in a fandom where sometimes the writers just, like, you brought up Game of Thrones. Sometimes writers can lose the run of themselves, or they have commands that come down from on high, and this is what we want, this is what we think is going to drive ratings.
Yeah,
but that's the problem. That doesn't mesh with the continuity of what we've done. Doesn't matter. We've more mugs to sell.
Yeah, well, see, the problem as well with Game of Thrones is the actual writer of Game of Thrones hadn't finished it yet.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
So they had no idea where to go. So they just
they've
really
nothing
had to wing it. Like...
they have nothing to reference on. You think he could have provided them cliff notes or something?
I think he kind of gave them a gist, but like, I don't think that book is even out now.
I don't like, touch wood, it doesn't happen, but I honestly think that man is going to die before we ever see those books continue.
Yeah, and to be honest, they're a bit long-winded. I don't even like the books.
Gaia Online, is that even still a thing? They used to have such a good comic strip of their own going once upon a time. Yeah, no, I think it is still going, I think. But
see
like,
if you can log in there.
I don't remember any of my usernames or logins. And like, I kind of just gave up on the website when it became pay to win, because like every month, like, they would do a thing where you could donate to the website and you get little customization pieces for your avatar, hats, guitars, wings, that sort of stuff. And then they brought in, like, they brought in more gacha and more this and more that and everything. So the monthly items that you would pay $5 a month for became very bland looking, but the gacha game had like a really super impressive detailed version of the thing, of the it was just like, nah, I'm kind of done. I don't need this in my life anymore.
Digimon Ghost Game of Thrones.
Jesus. Digimon Ghost Game of Thrones. That'd be an interesting crossover.
Would have to be a bit more adult.
Yeah.
You haven't even started watching the new one yet.
Just a tad.
Just a tad. Oh.
Sometimes you simply want Ranma to actually end up with someone that will make her happy instead of Akane. Oh, Ranma half. Oh, good lord.
Like, that's what happened with Supernatural. Everyone wanted Dean and Cass to be together, and that's not where the writers were ever going to go with it. But people read too much into it. Like, I've seen comments and articles and everything about things like the rug in the room, and the, like, this is a friendship rug made from these particular people, and it's only made for people who love each other, and all this, and Castiel happened to be asleep next to it. And
it's like that meme, isn't it, where it's like the English teacher.
yeah,
There's like the blue curtains. They represented his depression and anxiety and his his lorn lost love to be able to want to do the thing. And then, you know, the writer, you know, 500 years or whatever. So he had blue curtains, and that
yeah,
the curtains were blue.
yeah. Like, some of them you could see maybe being funny nods from the writers. Like, there's a scene where Dean and Castiel are sitting at a table.
Yeah.
And, you know, people in TV shows, they generally sit across from each other. Unless they're on a date, they'll sit at the corner of the table together. And two of them were sitting at the corner of a table together. They were talking about something that other people in the restaurant couldn't overhear.
Right.
And they were in a like a sailor themed restaurant, so there were little ships behind them.
Oh, so they're shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you know, there's funny little things like that you can kind of go, that could have been from, you know, the crew just making a joke or whatever. But
I sometimes think like that is a cute little sort of wink to the camera kind of moment.
Yeah.
But it also, from stories you've told me, it does make me feel like sometimes when you feed into the audience, you've lost.
Yeah.
Because you don't own the direction of the show anymore. Because fandom is evil at times.
Oh
and
yeah,
you give
Supernatural has had so many characters written out of it because the fans got their way.
Yeah.
All the female characters that interacted with Dean Winchester.
You know, give them an inch and they'll want a mile. Give them a mile and they'll want the country, you know?
Yeah.
So
when they then realized that wasn't the ending they got, there was complete uproar.
Yeah, fandom can be evil. We try and be good eggs. Just that's all we ask, to try and be good eggs. You might not like the direction of a product, but you know,
it's over now, so you know, move on to the next thing.
Basically. Right. So let's sometimes authors do the opposite. Oh yeah. And I you know, I one day wish to be the kind of author who'll just do something completely the other way just because. You know, obviously plan for it.
Yeah.
Write yourself into a situation where if you can go one way or the other, nothing drastically changes. But see which one gains the most traction and then do the other thing.
The ending of Hannibal.
Good call. Oh, that's a good shout. Yeah. Plot point, Ghost Game has to resolve at the end. Gulu story, Hero's Dad, Black Digimon, Fellas Mon, Zasamon, Digimon lives in the digital world. Same thing we're talking about every other week. Nothing new there. This wasn't the episode for it, but we are getting there. Hero having his moment of, well, there's so much about Digimon that I just don't know yet.
Yeah.
We are building to him we're building to that trip to the digital world.
Yeah, like the week before that, where he was standing next to like the shadow of a gate over him, and he's like, "What's the digital world?"
Yeah, like? That's because that's not meant to foreshadow the gate to the digital world. You know, and then even last week where he's got the letter for Blacktailmon.
Yeah.
And he's like, and they're like, "What are you asking him this time?" He's like, "Oh no, I'm just telling him about all the Digimon we've met." But now that's sort of come back around on itself, and it's like, well, I don't know as much as I think I did, or as much as I thought I did. So we're getting there, and like based on that interview we talked about on Wednesday, you know, something is going to happen, and we're going to look at it and go, "Oh, that's what that meant," or "That's what this was foreshadowing or talking about in, you know, episode 2 or 3 or whatever." So, all right, just your mic was off center.
Okay.
So I'm just readjusting.
Probably accidentally got dragged when you were moving the Digimon back.
Yeah. And Goromon said in episode 3 that Digimon entering the real world is the work of a greater force in play. And look, we don't know how many episodes we have left, so I would stop trying to, you know, just because the Digivice has an evolution timer doesn't mean the show does.
Yeah.
The show will get there when it's good and ready. It's clearly not ready yet. Whatever they're cooking isn't, well, it's not done yet. So, I don't doubt we'll get there in the end. As I said,
that's the problem. We don't know when the end is. So you can say they should have done this by now, but
should they have?
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? With the way the show is going at the moment, I don't think the fans should know when it's ending, because then you put a timer on it, and then it's like, we've only got 5 episodes left, and this hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah, with what's come out as well, 100 episodes to go.
Actually, that might be a bit much, Desmond. That might just be a bit much. Like I've kind of said it before, and we're going to see it now because we're doing the rewatch. This is Atmon.
Yeah.
Atmon does this exact same thing where you get nuggets here and there. The only difference with Atmon is L-Core is just always in your face.
Yeah.
But other than that, it is just kind of this. And then it's like the last... Spoilers, I guess. It's like the last 10-something episodes.
Yeah. That's not spoilers. You've said that several times.
Yeah.
In the past.
And that's where everything starts clicking. And you go, oh, that thing from episode 2. That thing from episode 15. I'm being facetious with numbers here.
Yeah.
Don't take the numbers I'm pointing out as literal. And you go, oh, that thing and that thing. And then you get Leviathan's reason for doing things, and you go, oh my god, they set that up back in episode such and such. So it does all come together.
Yeah.
And this show, I feel, is going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Especially based on the interview we read out on Wednesday. One question: if everything gets resolved in the last 3 episodes, will you be happy if that's the case? If the story is told well, wrapping everything up in 3 episodes doesn't mean character has to die, character has to turn good, character has to do a thing. It means that the coherent storytelling, wrapping everything up on why the events of the show happened in the first place, that'll be the satisfying ending, not, final episode, Hero and Ruli go off into the sunset, and Hero and Jellymon go off and do whatever they do. It doesn't have... What?
Kyoshiro and Jellymon?
Kyoshiro and Jellymon, yeah. Sorry. It doesn't have to be... All the plot points don't have to be resolved in the last 3 episodes. The Gulus Gamamon plot point can get resolved 6 episodes before the end, and they can give you the reason for everything 3 episodes before the end, and keep that going, and explain why things panned out the way they did. If they it all depends on how the story is approached.
Yeah, and
curveball, but why are the champions the only Ghost Game Mons without alternate arts? Oh, I guess you mean for the card game? Yeah. The child levels have alts. We have the Gamamon and Jellymon alts. The perfects, Kano Vicemon, Angoramon, Thetismon, they all got alts. We have the Thetismon one. Yeah. Angoramon, Tesla, Jellymon, and Betel Gamamon, and I guess those Bite, and the other Gamamons, they didn't get alts. That's random. Maybe another pack. They did announce it hasn't been announced, but the announcement is coming. Maybe it has. No, I don't know. Anyway, if the announcement hasn't been made yet, it is coming in the next couple of days. There is going to be a reboot pack, which is going to do reprints of cards from past packs that you might have missed out on the first go around. So my guess is there's going to be a bunch of reprints in that. Well, that's the point of the pack. There will be a bunch of reprints, but I reckon they'll all be alt arts.
Yeah.
So you might sort of see them there. It'll also give the English game a chance to actually fix all those erratas it ballsed up. Again, I do hope for 80 episodes, but I do hope at least that Black Digimon story will get resolved. Just gotta be patient.
If they don't do anything with the Black Digimon, that would be a little odd.
Yeah, considering
even if it's a stupid reason.
Oh yeah, if they explain
Zasomon,
something.
I don't think they'll ever do anything with Zasomon.
I don't think Zasomon's ever coming back.
No.
Felismon might still end up being the overall bad guy of the show.
Yeah,
I feel like too much time has passed.
Felismon and Fandom to. I was going to say hook up, but that's not what I meant.
No.
I want them to get together and be the big bad. Can they jog ass into something?
Possibly. I mean, all things are possible, right? They just have to make something new.
Mm.
But I would like a few of these I'll get you next time gadget Digimon to come back.
Mm.
Like Felismon and Vamdemon are the big ones. Zasomon, I feel like if he was going to, it would have happened already.
Yeah, because it was technically it was like a filler episode.
Yeah, and like it was so early in the show as well.
Yeah, I feel like he should have come back by now, and we've already had episodes to kind of mirror what happened with him.
Yeah, like he would have been like not to rewrite the show or anything, but if he was the one commanding the Shamplemon this episode, and that's how they knew, oh, kids with bracelets. Like if they went in a direction of, oh no, we've been warned about kids with bracelets, rather than, oh, their mushrooms taste better.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. Just a little sort of wink and nod to previous continuity. That would have been, you know, that would have been actually good. Well, the show, it wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't have made the episode, well, the episode was great as is, but if they had made these little changes for argument's sake, I think it really would have helped again with the world building of the show and the world that we're in. So, you know, things like that you can kind of go either way. Imagine if all the Black Digimon come to Gulus to seek autographs.
That's all they're there for. They're little fanboys.
Oh my god. I think I love that idea enough that like they're actually not there for the D Brigade or any nonsense. They just want the really cool edgelord Digimon King's autograph.
Plot twist, he's the lead singer of a band in the digital world.
I was going to say in a rivalry against a band led by Edamon, but that just reminds me but that's just a bit too close to my favorite 2020 episode, which is just Edamon versus Volcamon.
Oh, yeah.
They're both they're because like Volcamon is all about rapping and, you know, fiery passion, and Edamon's more of like, well, he's, you know, a crooner kind of a singer, and their back and forth ideology, and it's just, and then we got Sambamon. Was it Sambamon? The Togemon with the maracas out of it. Like it's such a crazy episode. It's just
It'd be
but
great at the front of a band.
Yeah, but geez, I've talked before about killing Gulus Gamamon's mystique. God, that's how you do it. That's how you do it in like immediately. Nothing else means anything. If it just turns out like the Agumon, the Galgomon, all of them, they were just like, "Sir, can I have your autograph?"
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's like when K-pop stars walk out of a hotel or something.
I would like to write a story of Ghost Game where Hero's story is about dealing with D Brigade. Maybe when you're done with all your artworks, don't put too much more work on yourself.
Just write the bullet points for now.
Yeah. Keep the ideas fresh. All right, so I guess we'll take a look and see about a mailbag.
Yeah, if we have any comments.
Yeah, and then we'll Reiko does have a Shadramon drawing.
Yes.
That we can show off, and then I think we'll get ready to bounce, and we'll see you guys back on Wednesday for the next episode of the next 2 episodes of Applemon. So did I? Oh, I must have uploaded it directly from the phone to the Discord. I don't have the thing. There we go.
There it is. Spooky baby.
Cool. Right, so let me take a look then for our mailbag for tonight, and then we'll move on. So. Okay. Okay, 2 comments. One's just extended. So, Clatter, good to see you as always. In regards to last week's episode, with Shaderamon. Episode was all right. While it was nice to see Shaderamon die, it was more sad for me to not see Datamon get captured and rescued by either Zasomon or Felismon for the information that he has. Nothing much to say for the episode, and I'll give it a 3.7. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think too much about Zasomon or Felismon coming back for in that episode.
No.
It didn't seem thematically appropriate.
No, well, his whole thing was about, oh, like, I know he was experimenting or whatever, but it was bringing them back with their memories.
Yeah.
So I don't think that really had anything to do
with the two of them.
Yeah.
Unless
they wanted him to research other things for them. But that's Zasomon was doing his own research.
Yeah.
Basically.
And now,
that's the.
And now Nanomon is just back in the digital world, so
yeah.
That moment has passed, but 3.7 is still a pretty good score for that episode.
Yeah.
Justin says, "Oh, big yawns. You okay?"
Big yawns. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, this is fair. Right. So Justin said, "I know, I see that." I like this episode. We had someone other than Kyoshiro screaming multiple times. It was sad to see Shaderamon, who just wanted to live and go through all of that just to die at the end. But something I did find funny was using Espimon as an electromagnet. Oh god, that was hilarious. It's like, what do you say? Like, oh,
I hate my life.
I hate my life. Yeah. Part of me was like, yeah, shock some sense into him. Shock some sense in the one you're looking for is right here, but more on that later. But the big question is, what was the mark on the Digivice screen? Maybe that's the mark it makes when it's updating like a smartphone. Yeah, that's the emblem for the Digivice Dual V, so the upgraded version of the the Digivice they have now. So I'll just pull up a quick image again of that Digivice. I should still have one about. I recently did a materials clear out, but I should still have one for the Digivice. God, so many emotes or stickers. Is it in here?
Was it up there?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go. This'll work. This'll do. Cool. That's it. That'll do nicely. So that's the symbol on the screen. So that's the symbol for the Digivice Dual V. Yep, that's its official name, not VV or double V. Dual V, as in DUAL.
I'm calling it the VV.
Yeah.
What's the other one called?
Digivice V.
No, the other one.
Which?
B.
Oh, yeah, it's the BE.
BE,
yeah,
so BE and BV.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, but the VV is a BE.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's this emblem here, so it might be just, again, it's foreshadowing that we're getting ready to go to the digital world. The Digivices are going to evolve and change shape. Well, shape, I use that term generously.
That one expire on the 21?
That might have been when the chip was produced. They might just still be using some of the technology from the older ones. But yeah.
It's weird that they didn't edit that out of the picture.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, isn't it? But a poor Espimon. I hate my life.
That was so good.
But it was nice to see Blacktailmon over again and have Hero give him a letter to give to the deadbeat. I hope it also contains questions about how to stop the red screen on the Digivice from happening. And I swear to God, if he says, sorry, I don't know, but good luck again. Just like Shuji and Kaito, I'm going to want to hit him with a brick.
Yes. Yes.
Now, as for Espimon.
That's what I'll get more art of me kicking Luke right.
Yeah.
And I'll have me throwing a brick at Shuji and saving my Lockmon.
That's fair. Well, let's see. Let's wait until we get through the other routes and see. Maybe he gets better. I don't.
No, I'll hold a grudge for you. You've seen me with Ken, okay?
Yeah. You still hold a grudge against Ken. That's
Yeah. I don't care if it wasn't his fault. He kicked him.
So now for Espimon. Man Ray. Something got lost in translation there. Anyway, so now for Espimon. Isn't this a Monokawa hero? Espimon, yep. Man Ray. And this is his idea. Espimon, yep. Oh, it's the SpongeBob meme.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, where he's holding up the ID.
Yeah. And this is the ID. Yep.
I was like, what the heck is that?
When Hokuto said he was the spitting image of him, he didn't mean exactly like him. So this tells me he's none other than the real Monokawa hero. Espimon. That makes sense to me. Then you found him, Espimon. That's not the real Monokawa hero.
We need to make that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's man. It's the SpongeBob thing. Yeah, that's funny. We need to make we make that meme a thing. So there's a bloody few bits and pieces we need to get on top of.
All the shit posting. Ooh.
This is fan art. This isn't real. I got bamboozled by this artist yesterday, thinking Big Run was happening at the end of this month. When you have how much time do you put into the game to have 7 catalogs done? Like what items does the video game continue to give out after you pass the first level 100? Okay, that's funny. I thought I got miladied there, but I did in the funniest way possible. Right, so Reiko, let's bring up your Shadramon. And
sorry, the timeline is just hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, that is the time lapse. So here's the main post. Cool.
Oh, my chat really hasn't updated on my phone at all.
Right then. Is it that one? No. Oh, it is. Brilliant. Okay. So there we go. So Reiko said, I cursed this episode. I made a short fanfic of Kyoshiro where the antagonist was a Nanomon, and now Ghost Game introduced a Nanomon of its own. I feel the need to rewrite this chapter so it fits my story. And so I really do love everything here. Like Nanomon's arms just being giant. Shadramon fading away.
Yeah, that's a really good effect.
Yeah, no, it is. Shadramon looks really good. And then where did my math go wrong? It failed. I can't. This experiment isn't over. What is this? I thought you were going to. It's all no. It's super fun. Well, not fun. It's incredibly sad.
It's incredibly sad, but it's really well done.
But it's really well done. Let me just open it up in a new tab here so we can just get the finer details. So again, I love even the lighting effects here. Really good. And then just the particle effects for Shadramon disappearing.
Yeah, it looks like sparkly, but also digital.
Yeah.
Like data.
And then just
that's so good.
The bit at the arm at the bottom, yeah, no, it's really good. And then even on the wings here. The wings look really good as well. They look like proper fire. Even though his wings aren't, they're replicated very well here.
Yeah.
Because he is just Stingmon in a Flamedramon suit. Let's be fair. I'm not happy with the composition. It looked better in my head. I think it's fine.
I think it's great.
Don't
they always? That's true.
Well, this is true. That, and then the textless version. Yeah, no idea. Like, again, there's not a whole lot I can say different. I do think the text adds to the images, but
Yeah.
that doesn't take away from just.
It's gorgeous to look at, but having the context of what's going on as well with the text,
Yeah,
it really helps it as well.
yeah, definitely. So, oh, hold on. Yeah, so I can just bring this down and we can get a clearer look then at like everything just vanishing.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And yeah,
Yeah.
I really do love it. Like even like the little designs in here on its fingers and thumbs,
Yeah.
and then like the
Like he's so small, you're not going to see any of that.
no,
So it's
like 'cause it looks like he actually has like fingernails,
yeah.
and then like the microchips on his on the back of his hands and things.
Yeah, the lights look really good as well.
Yeah, the lights do. They look really good. Cool. 4.7 out of 5 in my book, Reiko. But not in mine. Well, see, Reiko is always too hard on themselves about their own artwork, so keep your encouragement going, chat.
Reiko.
Accept the compliment.
Out of all your drawings so far, which one would you rank the top?
Yeah, which one's your absolute favorite? Typical artist behavior. I haven't done many at the level of the Ayataramon one. That's a good shout. The Ayataramon is really good. The Eismon one was super creepy.
Yeah.
I
don't like looking at it.
No.
It's because it's so good.
Yeah. Well, while so Reiko, would you say the Ayataramon one is your favorite? Also, any other artists in the chat, by all means, feel free to share your works and we can add them to the mailbag segment and, show what our little community is capable of.
Yes.
For now, yes. Fair. The Ayataramon one was really good as well, so brilliant. Alrighty then.
When the show ends, we'll have to do a little showcase of all of them.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think that is where we're gonna finish up for tonight.
Yeah.
The episode was really good. I'm looking forward to next week's because it's a proper Halloween episode again.
Yeah.
I want to see what it does compared to last year's with Pumpkinmon stabbing people in the face.
Yeah.
Or comedically dragging their bodies behind the curtain.
Yeah, that was good.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing what next week's episode has in store. Getting to see Witchmon again. Given what the show has done with humanoid-looking Digimon already, I cannot imagine Witchmon not looking mommy as heck. Like, look what they did with Arachnemon's human form, and even Vamdemon.
Yeah.
They made Vamdemon super pretty. Like, he already is,
Yeah.
But, oh god, they made him really bishy.
Yeah.
So, I think they'll make Witchmon kind of very mommy-ish as well. But,
Does she normally have, like, big boobs, Pixar mom butt, or...
she's only been animated into the show once, and we showed off that screenshot before.
Yeah.
But she always does have that slasher smile to her.
Yeah.
Witchmon, now that'll be an interesting one to draw. And it's Eismon. Yeah. Cool. Alright guys, well look, do take care of yourselves. Hopefully we will see you back here on Wednesday for our watch along of episodes 3 and 4 of, oh god, well, this one is so, oh, because I zoomed in on the Nowie thing. All right, to pull in for the other stuff we were showing off. So there we go. Wednesday night, episode 3 and 4 of Digimon Universe Appley Monster. We hope you'll join us for that. And then we will see you back on Sunday, the 30th of October for Digimon Ghost Game, episode 49, the Crimson Harvest Festival. So we're getting 2 Halloween episodes of the series in the same week this week, Wednesday and Sunday.
Halloween week.
In actual Halloween week. So that's really nice. And who doesn't love Gatchmon dressed up like a big pumpkin? Like, look at him. He's adorable with all his waifu harem around him. And his Gatchmonica candy bars. Look at him. He's amazing.
He's a little confused about the girl's attention.
Oh yeah, because he is baby.
Yeah.
Like he is a toddler where Gamamon is just baby.
Yeah.
Or
lucky.
So take care of yourselves, everybody. Have a great week ahead. Catch you all on Wednesday. Much love and bye-bye.
Bye.